Samsung has launched an updated version of the Galaxy M30, which was among the first few smartphones to sport an AMOLED display under 15,000 rupees. And the update is called the Galaxy M30s. And this packs in a 6000 mAh battery. So how good is it? Well, check out our review. The Galaxy M30s sports an AMOLED display with a dewdrop notch at the top, which Samsung calls the Infinity U display. The panel has thin bezels on the sides, though the chin is thicker. The company has pushed the earpiece towards the frame of the smartphone and it sits just above the selfie camera. While the earpiece is small, we did not have any issues hearing our callers on this device. Samsung has positioned the power and volume buttons on the right side of the device, and we found the power button to be well positioned, but the volume buttons require you to stretch your fingers. At the top, the Galaxy M30s only has a secondary microphone, while the USB Type-C port, the 3.5mm headphone jack, primary microphone and the loudspeaker are on the bottom. Samsung has put the SIM tray on the left side. We had the Sapphire Blue version in for review, which has a gradient finish at the back. The fingerprint scanner at the back is quick to unlock the smartphone and did not require multiple attempts. There is face recognition as well, and the smartphone is quick to unlock after a successful scan. The Galaxy M30s sports a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with a resolution of 1080 by 2340 pixels. We changed the display mode to Vivid, which boosted the contrast and looked more pleasant to our eyes. Watching content on this phone was a pleasant experience, and it gets bright enough outdoors, and we did not have any issues with sunlight legibility. Samsung ships the Galaxy M30s with One UI 1.5 on top of Android 9 Pie, and our unit was running the August security patch. We have used the same UI on several of Samsung Galaxy smartphones that we've tested. This UI is designed with reachability in mind, so system apps and menus can be pulled down so that tappable areas are within reach, making single-handed use easier. Samsung puts the Super AMOLED panel to use by offering an always-on display option. This lets you glance over notifications and other alerts on the lock screen. The smartphone has some preloaded bloatware such as Facebook, Galaxy Store and My Galaxy. Most of these can only be disabled. We found the My Galaxy app to be the most spammy and had to block all its notifications. The Exynos 9611 powering the smartphone is capable of delivering a smooth experience without any hiccups. Having run our standard set of benchmark tests, we found that the Exynos 9611 is in the same league as the Snapdragon 710, which we have seen in competitors such as the Realme X. We played PUBG Mobile on the Galaxy M30s and the game defaulted to the high preset. The graphics quality was set to HD and frame rate set to high. There were stutters at these settings, which prompted us to drop the graphics quality. We played the game for 20 minutes and noticed a 4% battery drain. The smartphone was barely warm to the touch after gaming. The 6000 mAh battery on the Galaxy M30s allowed it to last 2 days on a single charge in spite of heavy usage, which is impressive. The supplied 15-watt charger is capable of charging the phone completely in about 2.5 hours. The Galaxy M30s sports a triple camera setup at the back consisting of a 48-megapixel primary sensor with an f2.2 aperture lens, an 8-megapixel wide-angle camera with an f2.2 aperture lens and a 5-megapixel depth sensor. There is an AI-driven scene optimizer which helps the phone recognize what it's pointed towards and set things up accordingly. It has multiple shooting modes including Pro mode, which lets you take complete control of the camera settings. The live focus mode on the Galaxy M30s lets you set the level of glow before taking a shot, and you can also change it in the gallery app later. Daylight shots had average details on zooming in, and while text on objects at a distance was legible, it wasn't crisp. The phone meters light properly, but it does not have the best dynamic range. The wide-angle camera packs more into each frame, but there was a noticeable loss of detail compared to shots taken with the primary sensor. We also noticed barrel distortion at the edges. Pictures shot in low light lacked detail and were grainy on zooming in. Photos shot using the night mode were brighter when shooting macros. This reminded us of the Galaxy M40, which had a similar issue. As a result, you will have to be patient with this phone. While shooting in low light, the camera takes even longer to lock focus, increasing the chances of you walking away with a blurry shot. Once locked, the camera managed to deliver good details with a natural bokeh between the subject and the background. Portraits turned out well and the phone managed good edge detection, but shots taken in low light had slightly lower quality. Selfies taken during the day had good detail, but the level of details dropped in low light. Video recording maxes out at 4K for the rear camera and 1080p for the selfie shooter. We noticed that there is a 10-minute time limit when recording in 4K. Video shot in the day at 1080p was stabilized. Samsung has also added the Super Steady video mode, which switches to the wide-angle camera and crops the frame. Video recorded in low light was stabilized but had a visible shimmer effect. The Samsung Galaxy M30s retains its predecessor's good attributes, such as the crisp AMOLED display. It has a more powerful processor and better battery life. The cameras on the M30s are one area in which Samsung still needs to put in some work. We found focusing to be slow, and the camera performance in low light was below average. If battery life ranks pretty high on your priority list, then the Galaxy M30s is the phone you should consider. Interestingly, this phone shares a lot of its hardware with the Galaxy A50s that we've also reviewed, and if you are looking at the Galaxy A50s, this smartphone offers much better value. Now, for the Galaxy M30s, the base variant, we would say that the Realme 5 Pro and the Redmi Note 7 Pro are suitable alternatives. If you are willing to pay more for RAM and storage, Realme XT offers better value. So that was our review of the Samsung Galaxy M30s. What do you think about the smartphone? Let us know in the comment section down below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to gadgets360.com.